From dance poses, I ain't talking about eek here, to being an avatar, although you can't control the 4 elements, sadly, and an intensive introspective look on a character. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Touhou Facts, the series where I talk about facts from Touhou that I find either fun, unusual, or simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the Interesting Touhou Facts number 48. Number 5. You guys know what a ladle is, right? It's a large, long-handled spoon with a cup-shaped bowl used for serving soup, stew, or sauce. Thank you, Google. Anyway, as handy as it is, did you know it's capable of flooding bloody ships? If you're a yokai that's drowned in the sea, and your name is Murasa, the ladle you see Murasa wielding is able to flood ships of her victims with water. That's a fat ass of a ladle, that's for sure. In her early ghost years, she used to ask for a ladle though. Oh great, it's another repeat of douche Murasa. I'm gonna drown you using your ladle, thank you very much. She also carries an anchor which she uses in battle, but its significance aside from that is unknown. Who needs a reason to carry an anchor? Number 4. In case you didn't know after all this time, Byakuren is a Buddhist, or yokai Jesus, whichever you prefer. Now one of the people who lives in the Miurin temple with Byakuren is Sho. She's a tiger yokai who is the avatar of Bisho Mountain. With Sho being the avatar of Bisho Mountain, things kinda get loopy, if you will. Let me explain. Though she is Byakuren's disciple as a high-ranking priest, the fact that she is Bisho Mountain's avatar essentially means that she is worshipped by Byakuren. Yeah, that doesn't sound funky at all whatsoever. As she attracts wealth, she is one of the only things that draws any humans to the predominantly yokai inhabited temple in the first place. To be fair, everyone needs money. I mean, Reimu is a prime example of needing/wanting money. It has been said that she resembles statues of Bisho Mountain, though she doesn't look like him. It's kinda hard to look like a person when you're the opposite gender. Or that could just be me. Not impossible, just saying it's hard. Number 3. Let's switch it to Orin. Remember back when I talked about Orin and her pairs of ears and I showed you guys a picture of Hopeless Masquerade? When you're playing Hopeless and you go to the Palace of the Earth Spirit stage, you'll see that Orin is popping them moves. Pretty funny stuff, I'll admit. But did you know it might have came from a different game? Orin's dancing pose in Hopeless may be a reference to how she dances to another game from Twilight Frontier called Satori Komeiji's Mental Education, where Orin or Koichi will do a similar dance if she manages to get to a gift box first. Let me show you the dance in the game. They really look similar, if not the same. Leave it to Twilight Frontier to reference another one of their game. Number 2. In the last episode, we talked about Ichirin and what she can do. We'll talk about Unzan as he's the real manly stage 3 boss. As manly as Unzan may be, he's still shy and an overbearing Nudo who will only talk to Ichirin. However, when he is really angry, he'll thunder out. Unzan is quiet and stubborn with a strong sense of duty. While once feared, together with Ichirin, they rarely attack anyone. While they don't attack people, if you mess with Ichirin, you're gonna get fucked. He also has an ability which makes him very deadly. He's able to change his shape and size at will. Go Titan Unzan go! By this ability, he's able to make his fists giant and strike the opponent, in other words, to hit, and shoot unique Damaku. He can multiply, expand, and change form as he wishes, which incidentally explains his final spell card. Able to change his fist, face, and other parts, however with no hitbox attached, he can cause many people who see it for the first time to be in blank amazement, and it was also reported that many people lost many lives at the time. And this is why Ichirin was placed in, or else shit would have been even harder. Furthermore, even when he puts forth several fists and faces at the same time, it is not usually paid much attention to that it is an application of this ability. Flash of insight. So Unzan can make clones while beating the bloody hell out of you. Again, don't mess with Ichirin and you'll be solid. Number 1. So Kogusa, our ever-loving, surprising, yet failing to do so yokai loves to, well, Surprise, people! But there's much more to this girl than meets the eye. I'm not for sure which eye I'm referring to, but yeah, pick whichever you want. We're gonna have a fun, long chat about her, hopefully. As stated in Zoon's UFO music comments, Kogusa is a cheery, happy yokai but gets easily depressed when things don't go her way, which is very often, typically when she fails to surprise someone despite her best efforts. She stated she wishes for vengeance on human for being discarded in UFO. However, she's actually quite friendly to humans and her vengeance doesn't go beyond surprising and spooking humans. She's friendly enough to make Reimu those needles, although it turned out to be a huge mistake if anything. She gets genuinely pleased when she successfully surprises someone, or thinks she successfully surprised someone anyway. She despises not being taken seriously. She often attacks the protagonist in UFO in a fit of despair when she thinks they're making fun of her. She's displeased with children liking her eccentric design. To be fair, her design is pretty funny. Kogusa suffers from self-esteem problems as she is easily pushed into lamenting about wondering what her purpose is, or that she might be better off if she just went back to being an umbrella. Kogusa is seeking a true purpose of existence for yokai, Tsukumogami, and herself. She attempted this by starting a career in babysitting, which did not seem to go very well. Surprising people, which also isn't going very well, though she's found some success in the Miyurin temple graveyard, and was even considering going back to being an umbrella just so she can be useful in that regard. She stated that she's just trying to imagine what humans want, and then plans on becoming that something they can use. Deep down, it appears that this pitiable, illegally dumped object and troubled forgotten item just wants to be desired. Fuck, this just got bloody deep real fast. Her depression may also be another attempt at getting attention. She can get so depressed upon failing to surprise someone that it can become a bother, as mentioned a while back. In UFO, Reimu wonders if Kogusa just wanted to be beaten up. While she may be depressed, I highly doubt she's at the point of wanting her ass beaten up. That Kogusa ironically treats umbrellas like garbage by throwing them in certain spell cards leads Hatate to wonder if she wants to be treated like garbage herself. Damn, man, I'm starting to feel depressed just reading this shit. But yeah, let's just finish this off before I feel even worse. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which facts were your favorite? Would you want Murasa's ladle to drown some fools if they were ever in the ocean to begin with? Do you think Orin and Eek should have a dance-off? Or have your thoughts of Kogusa significantly changed after all that? Because it certainly did for me. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else I might have to read that section of Kogusa again. And I'd rather not do that. Either way, this is Magi and thanks again for watching.